Hello and welcome to LED Craft. I'm David and I'm here with Mike Cheng, the founder and president of LED Craft. And today we're learning about LED Canvas. This is our exciting new software to help you control your LED sign with greater speed and flexibility and more options. And so today we're just going to do the basic introduction to LED Canvas. Now, for the purpose of today's demonstration, we have deliberately expanded the size of the preview window. Normally this black rectangle to our left here would be much smaller to accommodate the resolution of the LED sign animation, but for today's demo we're going to make it quite large. Here on our right hand side we do have, of course, the application window with file, save, and help options, and down here we have some of our controls here. So for example, this little yellow button is where it all starts. This is where we can go in to create layers for creating text, animations, videos, graphics. We're going to click on this little yellow folder and a little pop-up submenu comes up, and we're going to select Add Step. So now we've added a step, and now we have some additional icons here. We have this secondary yellow icon here for a new window to create new items. We have, of course, copy. We have a paste function. We also have a little X for deleting items. Also here to our right, you'll notice we have some new options coming up for managing the step layers that we're adding. Now first we're going to go back here. So after clicking on this yellow button for adding a new page, we're now going to go one little step to the right to this icon here to create a new window. In this case we're going to select a text window. Now this text window is very important for when we want to create text items. We're going to go over here. Now over here we have another yellow item. We're going to click on that to add text, and a little text window pops up. And you notice that some functions here look very familiar. We have font colors, font styles, font sizes, bold, italic, underline, right, center, or left justifications. And that's very similar to Microsoft Word, and for a reason. Now for today's demonstration, we're going to pretend that we are a Popeyes fried chicken restaurant. So one of our first things to do is to type in our little name here, establishing our restaurant name. And of course we can see in the left hand side in our little preview window, we can start to see some of the text pop in. So first thing to do is going to select our text. We're going to make it bold, and we're going to expand the size, try to make it nice and big, mostly for the purpose of this demonstration. We're going to center justify it. So there we have it there. Now maybe we want a nice background color, so we're going to select here for some pop-up colors. And for this demonstration, let's pick red. Nice big color of red. Gold over red. It's a nice way to get you thinking about food. And so we have that. Now in some of our boxes here we can control speed and stay. Speed obviously has to do with how quickly it animates on the screen. We're going to select 10, bring it down to 5 so it goes much faster. Then over here, the stay period, that deals with how many seconds it's on screen. So let's say I'm going to triple it from 5 to 15. Now over here, some of our little pop-up menus that we can use, or pull-down menus, where we can select different animation styles. So for example here, I'm going to select on that little black arrow, and we get some choices here. We have random, no motion, snow, drop-down, spin-out, screw, blink, fan, mosaic, and so on, even windmill options. We have a lot of motion options if we want. We're going to select snow just because I kind of like it. Now there's a little red box we're going to click on here, and this opens up some nice little previews to show us what the different snow options are. And here to the left we have 1 through 7 that kind of open up some different menu options. But these nice little preview windows are a great way to show us what the animation will look like and how it will apply to the Popeyes chicken title. Now, like I said, I like the snow, so I'm going to pick on that. And that gives us a nice little effect there. And so if we like it, we'll click the little red X box, and now we have text layer. And now up here at the top, we do have some buttons. We have our save and we have our save buttons and open and close and so on. So we're going to save that just to be safe. And now we have a little play button, this little black triangle, just like the play button on our CD player. We're going to click play just to see a nice little preview of how it animates on in the preview window to the left. Now it may take a few moments for it to upload and show that test animation. And here we go. Now it does come on. It's a little bit slower than I would have liked. So we see a little black box, a stop button. We're going to click on that. And we're going to go back to our text window. Click on text here in the RFT list down here. And we're going to double click that to reopen our text window. And so let's say we'll speed up the speed, and maybe we'll reduce the stay time. And these are just little things we can tweak, a little trial and error to see how that works out. We'll click play to see how it comes on. It may take a few moments for it to animate on our preview screen to the left here. And now it comes on. Now it's still a little slow, but it'll improve. With practice, you'll become much more proficient at running your text animations. But let's move on. So now we have the name of our restaurant established. Now we want a second screen with some second text items. We go back to our left panel here. I'm going to click again on our little yellow icon and add a step. Once we have that selected, we are also going to add then another text window. And then we're going to click on the yellow icon here to open up. Now that we've established the name of Popeyes, we do want to type in some specials, because that is one of the big reasons for getting our LED signs, is to advertise great new promotions for our merchandise. So we're going to choose hot wings, only $9.95. Of course, depending on the participating location you work at, that may not be the case, but we're just going to hypothetically imagine that this Popeyes is doing a hot wings promotion. Going to center it, we're going to make it bold. Now this time let's try some different colors. Maybe I want the text to be red, because they're hot wings. And just because I feel like it, let's make the background a light blue. Now that didn't quite come out the way I liked, but no problem. I can go back and change the color with this color palette anytime I want. And maybe select some higher contrast colors. White over blue, that's hard to miss, pretty easy to make out. So now we have that. Let's go back in and select some text animations. And like I said, I like the snow. I think it's neat. So for the sake of just playing around, but maybe I'll select a slightly different snow animation. So now we have two distinct steps with two distinct text windows. This is a very deliberate form of organization. So we have a separate step for each item we want. And it can, build down so we have maybe 10 or 20 items in this program window to see how things look. So now we're going to click on the play button to see how that animates in. And like I said, right now it's a little slow, but as you become more experienced, more practiced with the software, you'll figure out how to make it faster and more responsive. So right now we have the Popeyes chicken just very slowly percolating in there. And then in a few moments, it will switch over to the next text item. And of course, you can alter the speeds to make certain items move faster than others. There's a little blinking in between, but we can, of course, change that anytime we want. So now we're waiting for that next item to animate in. It may take a few moments, and maybe we'll go back and speed it up a little bit more, which seems to be the case here. So we're going to click stop, wait for it to refresh. We will select the second text item. And now let's say we'll speed it up. So we'll try a faster speed, maybe a little more stay time. We're changing the speed and stay times in these two little boxes right here. When we're satisfied with that, we'll now click. So now we've done some fine tuning, and we've been able to speed up the performance a little bit. Now obviously in this case, because the preview screen has been expanded to such a large size here, that may also play a role in slowing down the software. On your computer at your business, the preview screen will obviously be much smaller, but for the purpose of this video, we've blown it up to postcard size. So right now we have two basic text items, the name of the restaurant and then the promotional price for the hot wings. But let's say we want something much more elaborate. Right now we have the basic text tools, and that's very effective at just getting across a basic item. But let's say we want pictures and images, we want video graphics and animations. Well, that's very easy to do. It's very easy. So first we're going to remove some of these items. And we'll click on the X icon here each time we want to remove a layer. And for safety's sake, it'll ask us if we're sure what we're doing. And so now we're going to add a new layer. This time a file window. And a file window will be a little bit different from a text window because this enables us to add animations. So we're going to go into some of our folders. So now we've done some fine tuning and we've been able to speed up the performance a little bit. Now obviously in this case, because the preview screen has been expanded to such a large size here, that may also play a role in slowing down the software. On your computer at your business, the preview screen will obviously be much smaller, but for the purpose of this video, we've blown it up to postcard size. So right now we have two basic text items, the name of the restaurant and then the promotional price for the hot wings. But let's say we want something much more elaborate. Right now we have the basic text tools, and that's very effective at just getting across a basic item. But let's say we want pictures and images, we want video graphics and animations. Well, that's very easy to do. It's very easy. So first we're going to remove some of these items. And we'll click on the X icon here each time we want to remove a layer. And for safety's sake, it'll ask us if we're sure what we're doing. And so now we're going to add a new layer. This time a file window. And a file window will be a little bit different from a text window because this enables us to add animations. So we're going to go into some of our folders. And so we'll click on here to open up the dialog box, and we're going to go to the folders where we are keeping our animations. In this case, we're going to use a Popeyes animation. We'll select that there, and then we'll click Import. And this little progress bar will zoom past, letting us know that we're okay. So now we have it, and we can see it playing in the preview window to our left. Now this is a pre-rendered animation developed at Adobe After Effects here at LED Craft. In fact, I made that myself. I'm a little proud of it. And it's a promotion for a discontinued item in many markets, but the Ripon Chicken, where you can kind of see that a chicken breast was cut up into these sections that are easy to pull apart and enjoy wherever you happen to eat, either at the restaurant or at home. But more importantly, this pre-built animation uses graphics and animations and pictures in a way that can be much more engaging than the simple text layers. Now this has to be prepared several weeks in advance of a promotion, and so it's not practical for those day-to-day or once-a-week promotions. But when you're planning a marketing campaign a month or two in advance and you have the time to produce an animation like this, you really have a chance to use your LED sign to its full potential. And thankfully, LED Canvas is a very robust tool at giving you that ability to load up animations into your sign. And it's very easy to learn once you've done it for a while. Just create the step layer, add the file window, and then add the AVI file through the dialog boxes that you see here. And once you have that in there, it's easy, it's fun. It's LED Canvas from LED Craft. So thank you very much for joining us for the first of our sessions. And before we close, we're going to go over the next procedure. We have our animation loaded up here. There is, of course, a send button, just like clicking send on your email. You first want to check your IP address and your network communication. And in most cases, LED Craft will have helped you establish this connection between your computer and your LED sign outside. So your connections are ready. You'll click on your send button, and that will open up the dialog boxes in some cases, and it will send it out to your LED sign outside the front of your business, and you're good to go. And in the event that there are some error messages, a little error message may pop up in the bottom right. In most cases, those are minor things. You can get through them very quickly and very easily. If you do run into any major technical problems, of course, do give us a call or reach us on our website at ledcraftinc.com. We do have an FAQ section for frequently asked questions in the event it's a very small, minor technical issue. The FAQ page can help you solve the problem on your own. In the event the problem still persists, of course, please do give us a call, and we'll be happy to help you out under your warranty terms. Thank you very much for joining us. On behalf of Mike, Eileen, and the rest of the team here at LED Craft Inc., thank you very much for joining us, and stay tuned for more from LED Craft.